That made me thirsty. Oh my goodness, guys, this is take 2. I apologize so much for what happened. Um, there is no excuse for people to do that. Oh, excuse me. Lesson learned the hard way. I deleted that. Hey, Remy. Yeah. Yeah, I am so sorry, Sarah. What I don't understand is why are guys showing guys? Ew. Hey, Suzanne. I know, but I know better. I thought I recognized the white's name. Uh, but yeah, from now on, if somebody wants to come up with me, let me know and I will Facebook message you. The link no longer public. Yeah, we should be public. Yeah. Yeah, we're public. I don't have the link for people to come up anymore. I'm not going to do that again. It's just what kind of sick people in this world. Oh well. Now nobody knows I missed the deer. Oops. I guess I just let the cat out of the bag. Oh, you guys know where that comes from? Let the cat out of the bag. They used to sell pigs in pokes, which a poke is a bag. And people would say, okay, give me the money and here's your piglet in the bag. So they bought a pig in a poke. They'd get it home, they'd open up the bag in the pig pen, and the cat would come out. The cat was out of the bag. It wasn't a pig at all. Oh, my word. Oh, that is something. But anyway, so I got some walking around in the woods today. Got to see my back 5. But I would rather have a clean miss than a soft or a bad hit. Yeah. Yeah, and I just deleted that whole other thing right from Okay, thank you. Thank you, Remy. Like I said, I got the best moderators in the world. They didn't dare come to the public chat. Oh gosh, if Matt were to see that, my friend Matt or my brother Trevor, I would never, or my pastor. Oh, that would not be good. Where's Yep? Oh, anyway, I'm not even going to go down that road. But yeah, so that was an interesting day. Yesterday, I managed to get everything picked up in the garden. Yes, one of the this is, I've had some crazy things happen to me. But this takes the cake. I mean, I've been widowed coming up on 2 years. Okay? I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to think about that stuff. I have a proclivity towards it anyway because I'm a sinful, evil guy, but I don't want to see that stuff. My people don't want to see that stuff. I want to spread Jesus, not Jesus. Big difference. I need a breath mint. Oh, good Lord. So yeah, it's the rut is in full force. Oh, good Lord. But I got everything picked up out of my garden. I didn't pull the weeds. Next year, I am, for the most part, going to do away with my back Eden garden, my wood chip gardening. It's just too, can't do that while I'm talking. It's just too much area for me to try to weed. So what I'll do is I'm going to do raised beds, and also my ground is not, they say the third or fourth year your soil should start looking good, and my soil is starting to look good, but it's too much for me to weed. So I'm going to build 2 or 3 raised beds. I don't need to grow a whole lot for me. I'm one person. Yeah, I'm one person, so I don't need to grow a whole lot. So I'm going to build 2 or 3 raised beds and see how I do with them. I have the soil from the pig pen from last fall. Yeah, it was not this fall, but last fall. So that next spring will be ready to go on, which I don't feed my pigs. If they get meat, it's because they've killed a chipmunk or grubs or bugs. So I shouldn't have to worry about parasites and stuff in their manure. But I've got a beautiful pile of the blackest soil you could get from the pig pen from last fall. I'm not going to take it out this year. I'm just going to put more wood chips on, and then maybe next year I might take some more out. I don't know. My sister-in-law said that I can get some more manure from them. They have Highlander cows, they have pigs, they had goats, they have chickens, and I think it'll just help me keep up with the weeds a little bit better. I'm hoping. Oh. Dude, do they make money from that? What would oh, I got to get over that. I can hear you laughing from an hour and a half away. Yeah. Yeah. What would possess somebody to do that? But I deleted the whole thing. So yeah, I had a deer back behind the chicken coops. It ran, shot at the tail, missed, searched for it all day, didn't find it. I want to clean a section of small saplings out along where the tool shed is so that I can put all my implements, so I can just pull up to my imps so I can plow past them. They'll be in a line and I'll be able to plow past them so I can get to them with the tractor easy enough. And then I can just pull in to change them in case I need them. For the tractor implements. And I would like to move. I got the pickup truck that the starter's dead on it. That I'd like to move out of the way so that I've got a little bit more room for snow. I'm not going to plow over here by the old chicken coop where the old chicken coop was. There's really no reason to plow over there. And if I do like decide that I want to clean the new chicken coop and put the stuff in the compost pile, then I can get to it if I need to or want to, easy enough. That is playing with my brain, guys. I just cannot believe somebody did that. Yeah, good luck, Remy. I've been out like 4 or 5 times. And the rut here is starting to kick in. Like I said, I think that was a buck because when I first saw him, he had his nose down. Might have been a doe browsing, and I didn't see any antlers, but it was a big-bodied deer. I got a spot that I should be able to go, and I'll do a Tink 69 drag, and then I got a little spot that I sit and just wait. I had an 8-point buck the last year that I hunted, which was before he moved up here. Holy cow, 6 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Keith. Come on, get up here. I walked to my stand and I'm like, you know what? I'm not walking down this little hill to put my scent out. I'll just hang it here on this twig right in front of me. And it was, within arm's reach in front of me. All of a sudden, after a while, this deer comes through and I saw antlers first. If I see antlers first, yes, this is handsome. And my handsome boy. That it's got antlers. So I was already standing up and I pulled up and I had him in my sights and he was broadside but he was trotting and I squeezed the trigger. The gun surprised me when it went off. He looped around, went down the hill, and started running across. I put another round in. I have a bolt action 30-06. And I shot again. I saw my round hit behind him. And I said, okay, well, let me go see if I hit him. He shouldn't have ran like that. He had his tail up. And usually when a deer has been hit, they tuck their tail. And I killed a sapling about that big around. I didn't hit the deer. But then as I was looking at that, I heard bang. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to track this deer because I was taught you've got an animal's life that bears responsibility. So I started tracking it out and I'm walking. And then all of a sudden from like 50, 60 yards away through the woods, I saw where the snow was just painted red. And then down just a little bit further, there was a guy cleaning a nice 8-point buck. That's how I knew it was an 8-point buck. Also, supporting from this PC. I don't understand, but I do thank you for your support. I just I didn't know what to do, man. Because I know usually you go down below and there's a remove from stream and you click that. Okay. All right. You're here and you're there. Oh, awesome. And but yeah, so I had a choice between an 8-point buck and a tree, and I killed the tree instead. Oh, nice. Thank you. You know what? I know what I did forget to do. With this second one, I forgot to turn the monetization on, which I don't think it takes effect until after. I don't think it takes effect till after anyway, the monetization. Remy is everywhere. We are watching you. You ever watch that movie, Congo? That's a good movie. I need to watch it again. But it is just so nice to have it dark when my live stream starts, because it's like I don't feel guilty for being sitting in here. Yes, Kitty, I know there's a reason Daddy's not comfortable right now, because hey, watch the claws, bum. Yes, with the killer gorillas. When he translates what the wall says, it says, "We are watching you." Mr. Hermoka, stop eating my sesame cake. What? Stop eating my sesame cake. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, and then I went down and I helped. I have a friend that every year I take her garden fence down, and then in the spring I'll go back and put it up, and I helped her. I did that for her. And that's basically been my week. The most exciting, you guys witnessed, if you were here 10 minutes ago or on the other stream tonight, you witnessed the most exciting part of my life in the last few months. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yes, on your live streams, if anybody ever wants to be up here with me, let me know and I will send you a Facebook Messenger link or email or whatever. Oh no, not not exciting. No, not exciting in that way. It got my heart going, because I'm like, I took my mousy thingy and I put it down on the guy's thing, and it didn't come up with remove. And then a few minutes ago, or a few minutes after I finally got rid of him, another guy popped up down there, but he accidentally showed his hand. I already told him, "Listen, dude, I'm not going to bring you up." And oh goodness. And so he went right to it, to the same video. Dude, there's just no reason for that. Yeah, I've been following the Israel Hamas struggles, war. I pray for Israel and I pray for the Palestinians. My prayer for Hamas is that they are obliterated. Hamas, not the Palestinians. However, my opinion only. If you do not hold this opinion, that is perfectly fine. You are entitled to your own opinion. My opinion is that if you live in a place where they elected a terrorist organization for a government, you're not innocent. But back when I was in the Army, we used to say, kill them all, let God sort them out. So yeah, I've been covering that, and that whole that chant that these college students are doing. They don't understand. They're saying, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. You have what they're calling Palestinians, people who lived in that area in the IDF, in the government, Arab people that are in the government. If you want to live in Israel and you can be a citizen of Israel, and you know, if Hamas put down its guns and said, we're not going to fight anymore, ever, there would be peace with Hamas. If Israel put down its guns and said, we're not going to fight again, ever, they would get destroyed. Anyway, so yeah, that's pray for Israel, pray for the children in the Gaza. Let's see here, what else we got here homesteading wise. That ice storm last night was something. I mean, it was sleeting and hailing, and boy, oh boy, I notice when it hails now, because I got that big moon roof on the car. I've had it since we had the car, but boy, oh boy, when I start hearing hail hit the roof, I'm like, please do not break my moon roof. I just went all Dracula. But yeah, so that was my excitement, was walking back and forth, looking for blood, hair, deer tracks. It was so hard to find the deer tracks there. Oh no, Marlene. That is absolutely true, Remy. No matter what, no matter who's responsible, no kids or innocent should ever pay the consequences. Yeah. But Marilyn, you need to stop cutting yourself. Don't be like me. Speaking of which, I just bought new Band-Aids. The other day, I bought another box of knuckle Band-Aids. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. That video with the sugar beets is one of my best videos. And then the other day, I've been taking shorts out of my art out of the different older videos and making shorts, because now you can, it's so easy, you can link them back to a full video. It's really cool. And I I um I've been doing shorts, and I did the one on the archery, and in 24 hours it had 3,000 views. That is the most I've ever had in that amount of time. Yeah, it's hard, Suzanne, um, because what you're not hearing, a lot of it is some of the rockets coming from Gaza are literally targeting hospitals, schools, and stuff like that. And then in Gaza, it's really hard for Israel to fight back, because Hamas hides they store their military equipment, the rocket launchers and stuff, in schools and hospitals. Come to find out, it was their missile, their rocket that blew up that the parking lot at the hospital. But Israel is doing pretty much more than any other army in history has ever done. They're literally calling everybody in the building, everybody that lives in that building that they can get hold of, and they're like, yeah, you have 2 hours and we're gonna be bombing your house, or we're gonna be bombing your apartment building. You have 2 hours to get out. What other army in the world has ever done that? Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the things, one of the hard parts in Afghanistan was you had women and children weaponized. Kids are always, when I was in Desert Storm, we always had kids when we were anywhere near civilization, kids coming up and hounding us for candy and stuff. I'm like, man, I haven't had a shower in 3 weeks. I ain't got no candy. And then you get the little tykes that are like 8, 9 years old asking you for cigarettes. Quite honestly, Israelis bombed a church being used as a shelter. I think you probably mean a mosque being used as a shelter. I hear saying it was being used by Hamas. Hamas is everywhere. Are they going to level the entire country? That is the big question. They are going in now at greater risk to the Israeli Defense Forces, because there are tunnels coming up everywhere. So they clear an area, and then next thing you know, the area they just cleared is full of people shooting at them again. Hamas closed the border, would not let people out. And yeah, are you sure in Gaza, Greek Orthodox is still a Christian church? And in Gaza, there is no Islam will not allow a Christian church to exist. I have not heard about any kind of Christianity there. But if so, and you know, this is going to be really old fashioned of me. But when I was at war, we did our best to limit collateral damage. Now, I was in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, then Iraq again, then Saudi Arabia, and we were in the desert wilderness. And but when we encounter people, when we were on patrols, we had a mission statement that said that the Bedouins were Iraqi special forces in disguise. If we saw them with weapons, we were to take their weapons and send them west. Now, yes, the situation is very, very complicated. But when it all boils down to it, and like I said, this is just my opinion. When I was in high school, if I walked up to the biggest guy in school and punched him in the nose, I fully expected to get hammered on. I fully expected to get my teeth handed to me. And that's kind of what Hamas did. Was they over 7,000 rockets? No, it was on the 7th. Over 5,000 rockets in one day, fired from Gaza. And the thing is, there has never been a nation of Palestine ever. If you look at the history, it was the British named it something Palestine when they occupied it, and then but Hamas, right there, its very first thing is the elimination of Israel, not as a state, but even as a people. It is very complicated, and we need to pray for all concerned. Because war is never pretty, and you can't. It's impossible. As tightly packed, the videos that I'm seeing, it's impossible to strike, especially from the air, a rocket launcher without destroying the buildings around it. They are, like I said, they're between dropping leaflets and calling, they're doing everything they can to cut down on civilian casualties. Unfortunately, they're telling the enemy exactly where they're going to hit. But I can honestly understand Israel setting its goal to wipe out Hamas. Personally, if I lived in Gaza and a terrorist organization, I mean, because remember, this didn't happen in a vacuum. Hamas took over. They were elected into power. Therefore, all the money that was given in aid was going to militarizing the Gaza Strip and digging tunnels. They could have had a port, like a beautiful port there. Gaza used to have a beautiful port, but I would have moved. I would have left. Because they've been firing rockets for the past out of Gaza for the longest time, and the writing's on the wall. Hey, eventually Israel's going to get tired of being punched in the nose, and they're going to strike back hard. But we do need to be praying, because I do believe God is working out his end times prophecy, his end times agenda, and it's not going to be pretty. This is nothing compared to what it's going to get to be. So yeah. Anyway, winter is getting here. Winter, Cat, you just choose the totally wrong times to sit on me. Winter is getting here. I got my fire set at the lowest setting, and I have, well, you can see it. I have my fan on. No winter there yet. Okay. You let me know how that works for you, Remy. Remy, I'm sorry, but my dad, from the time my stepfather got Trevor and I, and Trevor was just a little tyke at the time. I was just a little, but once we got old enough to run shovels, my stepfather didn't pick up a shovel unless he really had to. I'm not saying I want winter. I'm just saying it's coming. It's going to happen. It has to happen. Yeah, I was telling my friend Matt the other day, I was on Facebook. No, me? Yeah, I was on Facebook, and one load of wood inside. Now, how much is one load? Just an arm load? Because I am down. I think I might have burned a quarter cord, maybe a little less. Well, yes. You know what my dad would do? He'd say, "Dinner's ready, boys." And we'd come into the day. He says, "And you can have it just as soon as that walkway is shoveled." Oh, a week and a half. Yeah, I burn about maybe 6 blocks a day. Yeah, about 6 blocks in a 24. Well, in a from the time I wake up to the time I load the fire and go to bed, I burn about 6 good sized blocks. I really like this stove. Like I said, I got to have my fan on because it is just blistering. I have windows open all winter long. It'll be 25 below zero outside, and I'll be sweating. Oh boy, I just cannot. But yeah, I went shopping yesterday or the day before. Oh yeah, aspen and fir burn. Yeah, they'll burn real fast, and you got to be careful of creosote and plugging your chimney up, or chimney fires and stuff like that. They have a lot of that. Right now I'm into some 2-year-old cherry, and it just burns with everything shut right down. It burns slow, it burns hot, and it leaves good coals. In the morning when I wake up, there's usually a small pile of warm coals. Put them all in together. If I need to, I hit the coals with the torch just to reheat them, get them going. Throw a block of wood on it, takes right off. But yeah, aspen and fir, they're not. I think aspen is what we call popple, and I've got a lot of popple. I'm letting it age really, really good, and I'll mix it in probably next year. I'll mix it into my fall wood and my spring wood, because during the middle of winter you want to have your good hardwoods, your maple, your cherry, your beech. Beech is one of the best woods you can get. Birch burns real good, but your hard maple and your cherry, they leave really good coals and stuff. Remy's heat pump. Remy got the heat pump. Isn't it your glorious prime minister, isn't he the one that wants everybody to have a heat pump? I watched a video the other day. It's funny because being an honorary Canadian now, I see things on Canada and I have to watch them. It's my duty as a honorary citizen. But yeah, the only problem I can see is it's electric heat, and when you're paying for electric, that's oh, it ain't free, buddy. It ain't free. You got the heat pump, and you're paying for the electricity. Yes, it probably is. The technology that they're coming out with now for electric heaters is a lot better than the electric heaters that they used to have. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, my daughter gave me a air purifier. Electric air purifier, and Wendy wanted it, so I took it. I think we plugged it in once, ran it for a little while, and it really did good at keeping the cat hair down, but so does sweeping the floor every day. Yeah, if they're giving out, you might as well take it. But the problem is you got to keep an eye on that electric bill, because that's one of the ways they're going to control you. I've been doing some research into Agenda 21 and Agenda 30, and the different things that they're getting to, and there's some downright despicable things going on that our government's trying to do to us. Like tonight, I went to Irving to put gas in my Jeep and put 10 cents too much. I went to pay and it was $30.10, and I gave the lady $32. And the lady didn't want my $2. Oh, 1 second. I got a phone call. I'll be right back. I'll put a video on for you for a second if I can find it. Hold, please. I'll be right there. Hey, y'all. T-Ham141 here. I'm Tracy. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know I've got merch. I've got all sorts of cool designs on shirts and like 60 or 70 different products over at Redbubble. I'll put the link up here, and I've got books. If you go to thand141homestead.com, you will find each and every one of my books. I sell, they are Amazon quality. They are printed on Amazon KDP. A big shout out to all my friends in the homesteading community. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button, that subscribe button, and that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I come out with a new piece of content. And don't be afraid to comment and let me know what you would like to see on my channel. All right, guys, it's about that time. Let's get into the live. All right, I'm back. Guys, I do have to go. I apologize. I have to go. Apparently there is some stuff going on. We had some neighbors that moved out of the house down the road, and the new neighbors. Oh, you missed a lot, Lynn. And there are flashlights and stuff going off in there, so we're gonna go check it out. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping in. I apologize so much. You guys have a great week and a safe week, and as always, God bless.